Okay, I'm going to show you how to make my somewhat famous Gazpacho. It's a cold soup Italians love. This is a plate of red food. We got watermelon, tomatoes, and bell peppers. There's the juice I'm spilling all over the floor. My wife is not going to be happy about. Put all this in here. And I've got a Vitamix blender, which is really a very badass blender slash food processor. So I'll put that stuff in first, and I put in about, you can see about this much olive oil, which how would I call it, about a ½ inch in the bottom of the blender, or maybe what's going to amount to a quarter or a third of a cup of olive oil. And then this red wine vinegar, I like this Star red wine vinegar. This has been a good one for a long time. And I'll put, somewhere in the region of this much, which I'll call that about a quarter of a cup, maybe a third of a cup. Oh, let's just use the whole thing. All right, done with that. And then I'm going to put this smoked paprika. Love this stuff. La Chinada. Get this on eBay. This amount, just about out of this. 1, 2. Well, these are like tablespoons. Well, about a tablespoon and a half. And then salt. I like salt. And for this, I'm going to put about. This looks to be somewhere in the region of a tablespoon and a half of salt. Maybe a little more. Pepper. Again, about a tablespoon or so. That. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff in here, so we're going to have to do a kind of a two-phase blending. But start this first in here. This is a combination of basil, garlic, and about a third of a serrano chili pepper. You can use jalapeno as well. Jalapenos are not quite as hot as serranos. I like the serranos, a little more bang for the buck with the serranos. So that's a, I don't know, what do you call that, quarter cup of basil, average size clove of garlic, and a third of a serrano pepper. All right. So since you can see the blender is nearly full, I'm gonna have to blend this to get it to go down a little bit. Okay, that got me down a little ways. Now I'm gonna add cucumber, green onions, again, all over the floor. Yeah, get that, huh? Okay. And then another thing to add here is some toasted French bread. I like the Raymond's French bread from Lunardi's. That's a really good one. Put that in there. A little more olive oil on top to mush it down a little. Okay. That's it. So what I've done here is I've cut some cucumber, peeled cucumber, and watermelon to put in afterwards. So this is the gazpacho. It's all done. And I'm going to put that in a container with this, refrigerate it for about an hour. Ready to eat.